Okay, what have we got for you today? The RAF celebrates 100 years, and this was in the Old Market Square in Springs. This was in the Old Market Square in Nottingham last Saturday.
Ah, where they were trying to get some kids to go and be cannon fodder for the elites.
There was a recruitment tent there, yeah, a little recruitment tent, and these kids could go on here and pose as fighter jet pilots. It's a pity. It's a shame he's not holding a gun that was manufactured at Heckler & Koch just down the road. But why is this teaching our kids? There was
Murder,
guns
death,
there,
kill.
tanks, and there were millions of people lost their lives during a war.
This is
It was all
teaching.
about money.
It's good to be a murdering, killing, death destroyer.
So you could take your kids, right, they could pose here as a fighter pilot, and they could go in this little tent and they say, when you get to 16, you can come and join the RAF, the Royal Air Force, because it belongs to Her Majesty, you know, that woman that's above us all, because we're all just in the gutter, we're all cannon fodder.
Hopefully she'll be above us soon.
Watch out for things coming from the sky.
Mm.
It just beggars belief, this does. It's unreal.
But it's all sanctioned by the terrorist government.
Oh yeah, the Royal Air Force was on full display in the Old Market Square on Saturday as part of the organisation's centenary celebration.
100 years old. And when was it formed? What was the exact date?
April Fool's Day 1918.
Yep.
Honestly, you couldn't make it up. So I've been talking primarily with parents about how excited our young cadets are, and hopefully then they can discuss this with their children and explain why a career in the Air Force might be for them. Think about it. Would you let your kids join the Air Force? Because I certainly wouldn't. Come and join the Air Force.
Blow up innocent men, women and children, and you don't even know them or see them. You just push a button, boom.
Yeah, visit exotic countries and come and murder other men, women and children for guns, oil and drugs. And that ain't good, is it? It's something else. We mentioned that before. So sort of remove the ooh factor, don't you? Or you could come back with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Or, what else?
Death. You can be dead.
Yeah, you could not come back at all. Come back in a body bag.
With Tony Blair resting his feet on it.
Tony Blair resting his feet on it. Or also, you could come back with your legs blown off.
Or your arms, or your eyes.
The government really like that because they don't care. They don't. Go and join the forces. The government don't care about you when you come back.
When you're injured, the government will do its utmost to make sure you get thrown onto the street.
Exactly. So who's going to win out of this? Well, the war machine, which is big business. It's a lot of money, isn't it? I mean, Trump's threatened to. We're going to have a talk about that in a bit.
Drop a load of weapons.
Trump has threatened to drop billions of tons of weapons on Syria. We'll have a word with that in a bit, in the next KaK and Mac. So yeah, I'll tell you who's doing well out of this. The prosthetics industry.
And the banks.
And the banks.
Banks always do well out of war.
And who are the biggest weapons sales personnel on the planet?
Our government.
Theresa May and...
Boris the Johnson.
And... Trumpy. Good Lord. What really is that teaching our kids?
That murder is good.
If they were my kids, I wouldn't even take them into the square that day. In fact, there should have been a protest about this, because this is horrific, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely
Glorifying
awful,
murder.
horrific. I can't be bothered to read it, because you just get bored. We're going to be here for their centenary celebrations. I thought it was fantastic to figure that the RAF, along with other people around the planet, had murdered millions and millions of people.
Majority of which were just innocent men, women and children.
Happy 100 years of hell and murder, Royal Air Force, and all who sail in Her Majesty. May Jah have mercy upon your soul.